If you find the content relevant, then do like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Also hit the bell button to get a regular notification. Also do share your experiences and any suggestions that you have in the comment box. Hope you enjoyed. Hi. So we're looking at ZAT preparation plan with 1 month to ZAT. So just looking at the whole paper pattern and what you need to focus on in each of the different sections of that exam. So my name is Patrick. I am 2 times rank 1 in ZAT. So comfortable with the whole pattern of the ZAT exam. Also, my number of my students have scored 99.95 plus up. So last year also I had a student with almost 99.99. So I can guide you better with regards to maybe how to prepare for the ZAT exam. So ZAT exam paper pattern, let's understand that. So you have 26 questions in the verbal and logic, 21 question in decision making, and 28 question in quant. So basically 75 question paper. Right. Apart from that, you also have 25 questions GK. The total time for this is 3 hours. Right. So you have ample time, but that also basically means the questions are slightly on a tougher side. I mean, if they're giving you more time per question, that means you have to make it tougher, because then everyone will be able to solve the question in the given time limit. So yes, the level of question difficult level is slightly on a difficult side as far as the other exams are concerned. So yes, you need to put in that much efforts as such. Also, focus obviously will be to picking up easy questions and trying to solve. There will always be easy questions in every section. That's where your focus should be. Let's look at each paper part, section, verbal. So you have 12 passage-based RCs and 2 poem-based RCs. So total 14 questions purely on RCs. Now, poem-based RCs doesn't come every year. Maybe once in 2-3 years it comes as such, as far as that is concerned. But yes, there's no harm in preparing for it separately. I mean, if it comes, fine. If it doesn't come, it's okay. So almost 14 questions on RC itself, which had come last year. Apart from that, what's important in ZAT, which makes a difference of CAT, is the critical reasoning part. So try to focus a little bit on critical reasoning. Parajumbles 2 questions, closed passage is fill in the blanks is 2 questions, and grammar and error is 2 questions. Right? So a major portion is basically RCs and critical reasoning. So when you're preparing, reading becomes very important. Again, more than 50% weightage is on reading comprehension. So automatically it makes sense to read regularly. Read. If you have a reading habit from CAT, continue it till the examination time. Also read a few points. Just to give you a hint, when you're reading, instead of reading abstract passages, maybe you can read a little bit on issues on current affairs, geography, etc. Because that may also help you to prepare for your GK section to some extent. You can do that, but you can mix it around. There's no harm. There are abstract topics also in obviously in ZAT, but you can mix it around and try to prepare. So read a few poems, practice poem-based RCs if it comes, just for the sake of it. But don't again spend too much time on poems, because there's 1 or 2 questions if it comes. Focus mainly on general reading, because that becomes more important. Focus your preparation on critical reasoning. This becomes important. At 6 questions on critical reasoning is important. So try to see if you can get those in place, because if you're prepared for CAT, what you're not prepared for is critical reasoning. Get this done. GMAT is one of the good source for some of the questions of critical reasoning which you can prepare for. Grammar, vocabulary, not so important. Normally what happens in grammar, the more you read, the better you can solve. So I don't think you should separately prepare for grammar completely. You can if you want, but my suggestion is the more you read, the better you become at grammar and the better you'll be able to answer questions. Even vocabulary, there's not too much of a question on vocabulary. If question comes, one of question may come in vocabulary. But again, the moment you read more and more, I mean, the better you will be. I mean, I remember in a few years back, there was a question that came, nephro something, I forgot the name exactly, that come in the ZAT paper. I mean, hardly anyone knew of the question. But when I came home and I talked about the question, when my doctor knew about the answer, he said this should be the answer. Why? Because it was there in the Harry Potter book. So the moment you read, you can associate the word because a similar word was there in the book, know the meaning, and therefore you can understand the word. I mean, that's how it works. Reading helps in vocabulary, reading helps in grammar. So focus again on reading and focus on critical reasoning as far as verbal is concerned. DM, decision making paper pattern. So there are two types of decision making. One is ethical based and one is business based. Last year there were 4 cases of business ethical based, total 12 questions, and 3 cases of decision based, which is 9 questions. So how do you prepare for these questions? A good source is the past questions because there's no other great source for decision making. One way to understand decision making is to try to understand their perspective, Zach's perspective, and then try to answer the question. So if you can understand their perspective and answer the question, that could definitely help. I mean, which is one way, and that good way is to solve their question itself. One of the sets last year was repeated from the past that I don't think they normally repeat. Last year there was an exception, but there was a modification in that question. So maybe going to past papers should help you to be familiar with the different type of question that can come as far as DM is concerned. Right? There's also a book called 101 Ethical Dilemmas by Martin Cohen. You can look at that book. I've not read the book, but from what I've heard from people, it's not a very useful book as such. It's you better to go to the papers, but yes, if you have a time and you want to read a book, you can read it. Coming to content DI, 6 questions on graph and table, 7 on arithmetic, 6 on geometry, 5 on modern maths, 2 algebra, 2 numbers. This is how it goes. So group based question are 6 questions. There were 2 sets of 3 questions each. Okay, and 1 or 2 question set of Venn diagram. So these were a group question, otherwise all were individual questions which were last year. Right, so it makes sense to when you prepare on DI specifically approximation, because this is where you normally get marks. I mean, if the quant is excessively tough, then DI can give you marks as such, and be comfortable with Venn diagram. 2 parts of the whole question. Apart from that, learn techniques which can help you be faster. Approximation, option elimination, option substitution does work in that. So practice this, try to implement it, and that should help you to solve question as far as that is concerned. So techniques and methods will be useful. The same what you did for CAT will definitely be useful for that examination. GK, you have 25 questions with no negative mark. Otherwise, every question in the previous case had negative mark. So here you have no negative mark. So they were mainly based on static GK, around 20 questions, and current GK, which was 5 questions. Also, based on India national is 18 questions, based on international were 5 questions, and 2 questions were general. Okay, this is the breakup from what I got. And the questions were based on history, geography, business, economics, sports, and different spheres of things. So if you read regularly, I'm sure this will help you with regards to GK. You don't have to focus on GK purely because GK is not counted as part of the selection criteria, because when they give you calls based on percentile, GK is not a part of it. GK will be counted later on. So you can look at GK, prepare a bit, but I don't think you should spend a lot of time on GK if you're looking purely at that exam, because the weightage only comes after you get a call, and getting call becomes more important to focus on getting a call. Right? I hope this will help you with regards to preparation. So basic way to prepare is start with a mock. Identify what your strong areas and weak areas are. That is what you should identify. Look at methods and ways to constantly improve yourself. I mean, in both mathematics, DM, verbal, all areas, try to see how you can improve the way you're solving, how you can improve your thinking process. All that plays a very important role. Also, try to write regular mocks to finalize strategy. Strategy becomes very important for that because there's no sectional time limit, and that could be a little challenging as far as possible. I mean, no time limit, so you have to finalize your time limit. You have to also finalize how will you solve first, what will you solve first, what will you solve second, what last. All that only will come with experimentation. So write regular mock so that you can finalize your strategy for the exam. Thank you.